What's going on, Yankee fans? Welcome to Yankees on Fire with your host Pyro Espinal. Today, Yankees are gonna be facing the Seattle Mariners. It's gonna be Ryan Weathers is gonna have his first start for the Yankees this season. So let's see how he does. He didn't have a good ERA during spring training, so let's see how he does today. And I want to apologize for the background. Right now, I don't have all the equipment from my studio, so I don't have my lighting and I don't have all the other stuff that I need in my studio. I have it in DR, Dominican Republic, and I just want to say that I want to apologize. And the game is about to start. The game starts at 9:40. So as soon as it starts, we're gonna be going through everything in the game. Hmm. Mm. And Grisham is going to be the leadoff hitter in today's game. He's going to be playing center field, and he's going to be followed by Aaron Judge hitting second, playing right field. And he's going to be followed by Cody Bellinger playing left field and batting third. Batting fourth, Ben Rice playing first base. Batting fifth, the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting sixth, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Playing second base. Playing third base and batting seventh is Ryan McMahon. And batting eighth and behind the plate is going to be Austin Wells. Batting ninth, playing shortstop is going to be Jose Caballero. Judge already has during this season. His average is not too high right now, but it's 154. But I'm not really concerned about him. As you know, he's had a back-to-back MVP seasons, and every season that he hasn't been injured, he's always been in the top five players in the game. Okay. Luis Castillo is warming up to start the game, so it should be starting any second. Luis Castillo is going to be taking the mound for the Mariners. And we're waiting for the first pitch to happen so we can start calling the game. Luis Castillo had 32 starts last season. He had an 11-8 record and a 3.54 ERA. He will. I think he's the fourth pitcher in their rotation. He was their ace a couple of years ago, but he has been having a little drop off in his stuff at the last couple of years due to his age. Of course, he's not a youngling anymore. First pitch of the game is a strike right down the middle. It's called strike for Grisham. Strike one. Second pitch is a foul ball inside. 0-2. Count is 0-2 for Grisham. And he's asking for a timeout. 0-2. Judge is up, and then he'll be followed by Cody Bellinger. And third pitch is a foul ball. The count is still 0-2. The pitch is low, and it's a ball. The count is 1-2. Up and in, another ball. The count is 2-2 for Grisham, and the bases are clear. Oh. The ball is in play, and it's a ground out second baseman, Cole Young, and he makes the throw to the first baseman, Josh Naylor. And first pitch is right down the middle, and it's a foul ball. 0-1. And he swings at the second pitch, and he grounds out softly to third baseman Brendan Donovan. It's first baseman Josh Naylor, and that's 2 outs. Now Cody Bellinger's up with 2 outs, and the first pitch is low, and it's a ball. It's 1-0. For Bellinger. His first at bat of the game. And he's hitting 364 so far in the season. And Cody Bellinger swings at the first pitch, and he flies out to left fielder Randy Arozarena. And that's the first half of the inning. So the Yankees went down in order, and 1, 2, 3. And Weathers will be facing Brendan Donovan, who's going to be leading off the game. He's had a pretty good start for the Mariners so far this season. He'll be followed by Ruff Snyder, DHing, and batting third is going to be Julio Rodriguez playing center field. He'll be followed by Josh Naylor playing first base, followed by Arozarena playing left field. Garver will be behind the plate. Robles in right field. Rivas as a shortstop, and Young batting ninth will be the second base. Weathers is going to be making his first start of the season, and we'll see how he does. First pitch is a ball, down and in. 1-0 for Donovan game. Second pitch is low, 2-0 for Donovan. 2-0. Another ball, another pitch low. So the count is 3-0. So 3-0 for Donovan, who's leading off the game for the Mariners. First strike down the middle. The count is 3-1 for Donovan. A foul tip. Now the count is 3-2 for Donovan. The count is full. 3-2. And he walks the count. Runner on first. Donovan's on first base via the walk. Now he's going to be facing Ruff Snyder. He used to play for the Yankees way back when, if you guys remember. Red Sox, and he also played with the Rays and with the Blue Jays. Just misses on the first pitch for against Ruff Snyder. First ball is a ball, 1-0. Second pitch is a ball, just misses. And okay, the count is the ball inside. The third pitch is called a strike inside, and the count is 2-1. Another ball, 3-1. Snyder. Okay, a foul ball right down around the knees, and the count is 3-2. Another full count for another Mariners batter, and Donovan's on first base, who was walked to lead off the game. And Rough Snyder strikes out swinging at a foul tip. So that's the first out of the game for Ryan Weathers. Now there's one out, a runner on first base, and Julio Rodriguez is up with one out and a runner on first, who was got on base via the walk. Call strike right down the middle for Julio Rodriguez. The count is 0-1. Second pitch is a ball. The count is 1-1. One and one is the count for Julio Rodriguez. And he swings at the third pitch for an out. And he lines out sharply to center fielder Trent Grisham for the second out of the inning. He's going to be followed by Josh Naylor playing first base and with two outs and a runner on first, who Donovan got on base via the walk. Two outs for Naylor. And the first pitch is a ball. Down and away. 1-0. Second pitch is a foul ball. Up and in, but it's a strike. He swung at it, and it's a foul ball. The count is 1-1 for Josh Naylor with two outs and runner on the first. Another foul ball and another pitch and in. The count is 1-2 for Naylor. And two outs and a runner on first base. One and two for Naylor. Runner on first. Two outs. In the bottom of the first inning. One and two. And he strikes out swinging at the fourth pitch of the at-bat. That's the third out of the inning, and they leave Donovan at first, and with no damage. He didn't have to pay for the walk, which is a good thing. But he was able to come out unharmed from the inning. Now the Yankees are going to start the top of the second. Rice is going to be leading off the inning. He's going to be followed by Stanton, Jazz Chisholm Jr. First pitch is a strike, down and away. It's a called strike for Ben Rice, leading off the inning. Second pitch is a foul ball. The count is 0-2 for Ben Rice. Third pitch is a ball. The count is 1-2. And fourth pitch is high. The count is 2-2 for Rice. He's leading off the inning. And he swings at the fifth pitch of the at-bat for an out. He grounds out to second baseman Carl Young, to first baseman Josh Naylor. That's the first out of the inning, and Stanton is up. Stanton has started the season pretty hot. He's already hitting 500. And the first pitch of the just misses is called a ball. 1-0. The second pitch up and in is the count is 2-0 for Stanton. And 1 out. The count is 2-0. He swings at the third pitch for a strike. The count is 2-1 for Stanton. 2-1. Foul ball. The count is 2-2. And he strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning. Now he'll be followed up by Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yes, with 2 outs and nobody on. The first pitch misses inside, and it's called the ball. 1-0. He swings at the second pitch right down the middle. It's a strike. And the count is 1-1 for Jazz Chisholm Jr. The count is 1-1, 2 outs, and nobody on. And puts the ball in play for and okay, he reaches by a fielding error by shortstop Leo Rivas, and he reaches second on the throw. McMahon is up. First pitch is a called strike. 0-1. Jazz Chisholm got on second base on an error by Rivas, the shortstop from the Mariners. It was a pop-up that he missed and he didn't call. So I apologize. It wasn't a throwing error. didn't catch the pop up. So the count is 1-1 for Ryan McMahon. And 2 outs. Foul ball. Now the count is 1-2. Runner on second base. One and two for Ryan McMahon. Runner on second. And 2 outs. Okay. The pitch is in the dirt. The count is 2-2. Two and two for Ryan McMahon, runner on second, and 2 outs. Foul ball. The count still 2-2. Runner on second, and 2 outs. He strikes out swinging at the third out of the inning. And Castillo runs out of trouble, and the Yankees didn't do any damage after the error by Rivas. They were able to come out unscathed, and Arozarena is going to be leading off the inning for the Mariners, followed by Garver and Robles, and for the bottom of the second inning. I'll be back in a second. Randy Rosarena singles on a ground ball to center fielder Trent Grisham. Garber's up, and the first pitch is a swinging strike. The count is 1-0. I'm sorry, 0-1. He swing foul ball. Second pitch, 0-2. The third pitch is up and away. The count is 1-2. Foul ball. The cat had a ball low. The count is still 1-2. One and two for Garver. Runner on first base, and no outs. Another foul ball. The count is 1-2. Pitch is down and away. Ball for a ball. The count is 2-2 for Garver. Runner on first base. 2-2, and nobody out. Foul ball. Count is 2-2. Count is 2-2 for Garver. Runner on first, and nobody out. And pitch is low. The count is full, 3-2 for Garver. Another full count for a Mariner hitter. Three and two. Foul ball at the ninth pitch of the at bat, and the count is still 3-2. Runner on first. Batter's asking for a timeout now. One and two. This is going to be the 10th pitch of the at bat. Runner on first, and nobody out. And he walks him on the 10th pitch of the at bat. Runners in on first and second for Robles, and no outs. So far, I'm not liking how Weathers is pitching today, but I think me personally, I think he needs to attack the hitters more. But let's see how he gets out of this, because we have runners on first and second. Right down the middle, swinging strike for Robles. Oh and 1, and for runner on first and second, and no outs. Another foul ball. The count is 0-2 for Robles, with runners on first and second. The count is 0-2, and no outs. Ball away. The count is 1-2 for Robles. Runners on first and second. I'm sorry. We have runners on first and second, and nobody out. And the count is 1-2 for Robles. And the just misses another one, and now the count is 2-2. Two and two for Robles, and he strikes out swinging. I'm sorry, he called out on strike. If this pitch is challenged, there's gonna be it's gonna be a ball that. Let's see if he challenges the pitch. Right now, there's a strikeout. And he didn't challenge, so it was a strikeout. And first pitch is a called strike for Rivas, runner on first and second. Robles was out via the strikeout. He struck out looking, and now we have Rivas up and 0-1. Runners on first and second. Okay, and Rivas pops out to second baseman Gastism Jr. on infield fly roll. So there are two outs now, and now we have Young up with two outs and runners on first and second. It was a pickoff attempt at second base for by Weathers, but he was safe. Arenas on second base, and Garber's on first base. Rosahena got a single to lead off the inning, and Garber got a walk. First pitch is a ball, just misses down and away. The count is 1-0 for Young. Young hits a single line drive to right field, Aaron Judge, and Arozarena scores. Mitch Garber goes third base on the single. So base hit for Young, and Arozarena scores on the hit. Right now we have runners at the corners with two outs, and first pitch is a called strike. The count is 0-1 for Donovan, who was walked in his first at bat. Second pitch is a ball. The count is 1-1 for Donovan. Two outs and runners at the corners. Bottom of the second inning, runners at the corners, two outs. The count is 1-1 for Donovan. Donovan led off the game with a leadoff walk to start the game. And right now the count is 1-1. And foul ball. And he strikes out swinging. Leaves runners at the corners, and that was it for Donovan. He struck out to end the inning. Now the Yankees are up. Wells is going to be leading off the inning, and Caballero is going to be hitting second, and Grissom is going to be third in the inning. So it's going to be Wells, Caballero, and Grissom. The Mariners scored a run in that inning, and when you start giving too many walks, sooner or later it's going to come to bite you. That's the second walk of the game for Weathers, but you don't want to get in. You don't want to give up any free passes because, like I said, sooner or later it's going to bite you. They were able to escape the first inning when he walked Donovan, but now he wasn't so lucky this inning. Got hit by Young. He drove in the run, and now the game is 1-0, and the Mariners are leading the game 1-0. The Yankees still don't have any hits. They got Jazz Chisholm Jr. got on base on an error by the shortstop who dropped the pop-up, and now we have the Wellesley leading the top of the third inning. Pitch is up and away. Ball 1. Second pitch is up and away 2. The count is 2-0 for Wells. And he swings at the third pitch. The count is 2-1. Two and one for Wells. Now fourth pitch is a ball. The count is 3-1 for Wells, up and away. Three and one. Called strike right down the middle. The count is 3-2. Count is full for Wells now. And he strikes out swinging for the first out of the inning. Right, so the Wells is the first out of the leading off the third inning. Caballero is up. First pitch is a ball away. The count is 0-1, 1-0 for Caballero. There's one out and nobody on base. The second pitch was a called strike, and Caballero challenged the pitch. Let's see. Let's see if it gets overturned. Mm. The pitch it was overturned. Then he misses with a ball inside. 3-0. Now a called strike down and away. The count is 3-1 for Caballero. But my apologies. So it's 3-1. Swinging strike up 3-2. I really don't I like some of the hacks that Caballero has been taking. Man, called out on strike on the wow. Let's see if he challenges the okay, and the sixth pitch was overturned. Now the count also the the Caballero gets a walk. The sixth pitch of the at bat was challenged. First it was called a strike, and it was overturned. So now it's a walk. Nice, that was pretty good. Good for Caballero. Nice. Now he's on base via the walk, and now he's going to be followed by Grisham. There's one out and a runner on first. Grisham swings at the first pitch, and it's an out. He grounds out to second baseman Cole Young, to shortstop Leo Rivas. Caballero out at second, so Grisham remains at first base. It was a fielder's choice. Now we have a Judge up with who's called out on strike on the first pitch of the at bat. Second pitch misses down and away. The count is 1-1. Caballero got two challenges correct on the same at bat and was able to get a walk. But Grant Grisham came up and swung at the first pitch and grounded out to second base. Now we have Judge with 2 outs and runner on first. The third pitch misses low. The count is 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. The fourth pitch misses inside, and the count is 3-1 for Judge. The count is 3-1, and Judge takes a walk. Now we have runners on first and second. With 2, Judge was able to get a walk, and Caballero also got a walk, but he was gunned down at second base he was out with a ground out by Grisham. So we have runners on first and second with 2 outs. I'm sorry. Let's see if the Yankees can do some damage now. First pitch is a called strike for Bellinger, right down the middle. And the pitch is now he's 0-1 with runners at first and second. This is the top of the third inning. He swings at the second pitch, 0-2. Pitch is inside. It's a ball. The count is 1-2 for Bellinger. Runners on first and second. And he strikes out swinging at a pitch up in the zone. So the Yankees leave runners on first and second, and Ralph Snyder's going to lead off the inning, followed by Rodriguez and Naylor. Hmm. Ralph Snyder's up, and first pitch is a ball, up and away, 1-0, and he is leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Mariners. Pitch is down and in for a ball, 2-0. It's 2-0 for the Mariners. Ralph Snyder's leading off the inning. Third pitch is another ball, 3-0 for Ralph Snyder. Three and 0 for Ralph Snyder. And the bases are clear. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. The count is 3-1. Three and one, nobody on base. And Ralph Snyder leading off the inning. He swings at the fifth pitch for an out. It's a pop out to first baseman Ben Rice in the foul territory. Rodriguez is up and with a 1 out, and the base is clear. And he swings at the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. He's asking for a timeout. The count is still 0-1 for Rodriguez. They're going to be followed by Naylor. There's 1 out, and there's nobody on base. He swings at the second pitch, and the count is 0-2 now. 0-2 for Rodriguez. And nobody on, and 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. And he strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning. He's going to be followed by Josh Naylor with 2 outs and nobody on base. The Mariners have 2 hits today. And one was from Rosarena, and the other one was by Young. He swings at the first pitch for the third out of the inning. He lines out to second baseman, that's Chisholm Jr. And that's it for the bottom of the third. Now we're going to be leading to the top of the fourth inning. The Yankees are going to be leading off the inning with Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm. I want to apologize to Yan for the mess because I'm not home, and this is the background I have right now. Okay, we have Ben Rice leading off. He's 0 for 1 today. His average for the season is 222. I know this is the fourth game of the season, so you can't go too deep into when you see these bad numbers. And right now, and his OPS is 633. He drove in 2 runs yet in the Yankees game on Saturday against the Giants, and with a RBI double. Okay. Right now, he's going to be leading off the inning for the Yankees, and he's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be followed by Stanton and Chisholm Jr. First pitch is a foul ball. The count is 0-1 for Rice. Second pitch is a ball. 1-1. And okay, the third pitch of the at-bat was a called strike, and it's being challenged by Rice. Let's see if it gets overturned. Okay, it was overturned. The count was 1-2, and he swung at the first pitch at the at bat, and he grounded out. He grounded out to left fielder Rosarena, and he flied out to. Rice flied out to Rosarena in left field. And that was the first out of the inning. And Stanton is called out on strike. The first pitch is a called strike for Stanton. Second pitch is down and away is a ball. The count is 1-1 for Stanton with 1 out and nobody on base. Third pitch is right down the middle is a foul ball. The count is 1-2 for Stanton. 1-2. Nobody on base. And he's foul ball, and the count is still 1-2 for Stanton. 1-2. 1 out. Nobody on base. The Yankees are losing 1-0. the Yankee. Let's see, and Stanton was called out on strike on a pitch down and was overturned. So now the count is back to 2-2 now. Overturned now. 2-2 for Stanton with one out. And he hit he singles on a pop-up to third baseman Brandon Donovan, and he's out at second trying to stretch it into a double. Chisholm, first pitch is called a strike, and he challenges. It was overturned. Count is 0-1 for 1-0. My apologies because it was overturned. I'll lose a ball. The count is first pitch is a ball low. Second one is away. The count is 2-0. Then foul ball. The count is 2-1 for Chisholm with 2 outs and nobody on base. Okay. And swinging strike. Now the count is 2-2 for Chisholm. He's asking for a timeout. Ball down in the dirt. The ball is 3-2. The count is 3-2 for Chisholm. With 2 outs and nobody on. And he strikes out swinging to end the inning. The Yankees haven't scored any runs today. The Mariners have 1 run. And the Yankees only have 1 hit, which was by Stanton in this inning. Hit a single and was out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. I'll be back in a minute. Mm-mm. Mm. Rosarena is going to be leading off the inning for the Mariners. He's 1 for 1 today. First pitch misses up and away. It's called a ball. The count is 1-0. Second pitch is right down the middle, but it's a foul ball. The count was 1-1 for Rosarena. Nobody on. He's leading off the inning. On the bottom of the fourth inning. Third pitch is a call strike right down the middle. The count is 1-2 for Rosarena. Fourth pitch is down and away. The count is 2-2. Foul ball. The count's still 2-2. Nobody on base. And no outs. Count is 2-2. Another foul ball. The count is still 2-2. Two and two for Rosarena, leading the bottom of the fourth inning for the Mariners. Okay, another foul ball. Seventh pitch of the at bat, and the count is still 2-2, and there's nobody out. Mariners up 1-0. And he strikes out swinging to end the at bat. It was the first out of the inning. He's going to be followed by Garver, who got on base via the walk in his first at bat. Rosarena struck out swinging to be the first out of the inning. Now there's nobody on base and one out. He swings at the first pitch. Ground out to third baseman Ryan McMahon, to first baseman Ben Rice for the second out of the inning. Now Robles is up. He struck out in his previous at bat. And right now he's with 2 outs and nobody on. Called strike right down the middle. In the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch is down and away. The count is 1-1 for Robles. One and one for Robles, and he's two outs and nobody on base. He swings at the third pitch. It's 1-2. It's a foul ball. The count is 1-2 for Robles, and nobody on base and 2 outs. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Mariners leading 1-0. And he strikes out swinging to end the inning. So, So far, Rattlers has thrown 4 innings, he's allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. His ERA right now is currently at 2.25. You see, he's currently at 66 pitches. I want to see how far the Yankees are willing to push him today. This is his first start of the inning, so nobody's going to be throwing 100 pitches right now because they do that every year. Even they always try to uh, bring bring them up to 100 pitches around. They're through their second or after their third start in the season. So let's see how many pitches Boone is gonna let him throw today. Right now he's at 66 pitches and he has 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 earned run. First pitch is a called strike. It inside. Second pitch misses inside and it's called the ball. The count is 1-1 for McMahon. Swinging strike. The count is 1-2 for McMahon. No, he's leading off the inning. He's asking for a timeout. The count is still 1-2. Nobody on base, and he's leading the top of the 5th inning for the Yanks. Going to be followed by Wells and Caballero. He swings at the fourth pitch of the at bat, and he grounds out sharply to first baseman Josh Naylor to pitcher Luis Castillo. So he's the first out of the inning. Now Wells is up, nobody on, and 1 out. First pitch is a ball, down and in. The count is 1-0 for Wells. He struck out in his first at bat. Second pitch is a ball, down and in. He struck out in his first at bat. Right now he's hitting 182. Three and 0. Three and 0 for Wells. Fourth pitch of the at bat is down and in. It's called a strike. The count is 3-1 for Wells. He's asking for a timeout. Up and away. Second pitch is a strike inside. Strike. And the third pitch is a called strike right down the middle. The count is 1-2 for Rivas. He pitches down low, down to the dirt. The count is 2-2 for Rivas now. 3-2. The count is 4 for Rivas. And he'll be followed by Young and Donovan. Full count. He swings at the sixth pitch of the at-bat. In a ground ball to right fielder Aaron Judge for the third hit of the game for the Mariners. He's leading off the inning and nobody out. He was leading off the inning, so running on first with nobody out. First pitch is up in the inning for Young. Count is 1-0. Second pitch is up and in. The count is 2-0 for Young. He's 1 for 1 today with a single and an RBI. He's hitting 267 in the season with an 847 OPS. Third pitch is a call strike. The count is 1-2. 2-1. 2-1 is the count. Running on first, nobody out. Call Young singles on a sharp line drive to center fielder Trent Grisham. Leo Rivas second. Have runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Mariners are leading 1-0. They also have 4 hits. The Yankees have 2 hits, no runs, no errors. The Mariners have an error by the shortstop, Rivas. There's a mound visit right now. Runners on first and second for Donovan. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. The pitcher steps off. Runner on first and second, no outs. The Mariners with the lead, 1-0. Ryan Donovan swings at the first pitch for an out. He's able to move the runners. He runs out to first baseman Ben Rice. And Rivas moves to third, and Cole Young moves to second on the play. So there's 1 out, and we have runners on second and third. Snyder's up. He struck out in his previous at-bat, and he's 0 for 2 today. Bottom of the fifth inning, 1 out, and we have Russ Snyder up, 0 for 2 today, and he's going to be followed by Rodriguez. Weathers is out of the game, and he wasn't able to get out of damage he has in the fifth inning. So he's leaving runners on first and second. Those are his runners. So if they score, it'll be added to his ERA. Runners in second and third, and 1 out. So he plays four innings in the third. Let's see who the Yankees bring to replace him. Fernando Cruz is going to be pitching for the Yankees. Canson is going to be pitch ready for Russ Snyder. You have runners on second and third. We have 1 out, which was Donovan grounded out. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. The count is 1-0. And 1-0 for Canson. Canson swings at the second pitch. The count is 0-2. 1-1. 1-1 swinging at the first pitch. Second, he's swung at the second pitch. 1-1. One is the count for Canson. Runners on. He swings at the third pitch. The count is 1-2 for Canson. Another pitch in the dirt. The count is 2-2 for him. Two and two for Canson. Runners on second and third. Runner on second and third for the Mariners. The fifth pitch of the at-bat misses inside. The count is 3-2. The count is full now for Canson. And we have runner on second and third. Batter's asking for a timeout. Runners on second and third and 1 out. The only out of the inning was a ground out by Donovan. He had predicted that back. He swung at the first pitch and he was looking at to first base, and he was able to move the runners to second and third. So this is the situation right now. And he swings at the sixth pitch of the at bat for a second out of the inning. Nice. So the Yankees have 2 outs now. The Mariners 2 outs now. And Cruz was able to strike him out. And we have 2 outs in the inning, and he's followed by Rodriguez with runners in second and third with 2 outs. First pitch of the at bat is a swinging strike for Rodriguez. Count is 0-1. One for Rodriguez. Pitches away. Ball count is 1-1. Runners on second and third and 2 outs. One. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. In the bottom of the fifth inning. Pitches inside. 2-1 for Rodriguez. Runners on first, second and third. 2-1 for Rodriguez. Runners second and third in the bottom of the fifth inning. And he strikes out swinging at the fourth pitch of the at-bat. He's the third out of the inning. The Yankees were able to escape the inning unscathed. The Mariners didn't score any other runs. They had runners in second and third with 1 out, and the Yankees were able to strike out the pinch hitter Canson and Rodriguez. That means Weathers was able to have leaves the game with a 2.08 ERA, 2.08 ERA, thanks to the Yankees bullpen. Thanks to Cruz, he was able to strike out the Mariners batters. That splitter from Cruz is nasty. You like that? That pitch is something else. So I'm glad he was able to get out of the inning with no harm. And now the Yankees are up in the inning. You have Grisham leading off the inning. He was batting when Caballero got caught was picked off at first base in his previous in the top of the fifth inning. Now going to be the top of the sixth inning. Let's see how the Yankees do. They still haven't scored any runs. The game is by the minimum, 1-0. The Yankees, the Seattle Mariners are leading 1-0. The Yankees only have 2 hits in this game. One by Stanton, who got to the pitcher. He rounded out to the pitch. He was to the pitcher, but he was able to get safe to first base. But he was picked off at first base. Canson remains in the game as the designated hitter. He replaced Ref Snyder. Let's see. Now we have Grisham leading off the inning. First pitch is a called strike. In the top of the sixth inning. We have Grisham up. Now he's going to be followed by Judge and Bellinger on deck. Judge on deck and Bellinger in the hole. First pitch is right down the middle. It's called strike for Grisham. Pops out to shortstop Leo Rivas for the first out of the inning. He's going to be followed by Judge. Judge is 0 for 1 today with a walk. First pitch is a called strike right down the middle for Judge. Second pitch is a foul ball. The count is 0-2 for Judge. Rolling 2. Rolling 2. Top of the sixth inning went out. Nobody on base. Third pitch is away. Count is 1-2 for Judge. On the ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out, and nobody on base. Judge strikes out Swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. He's 0 for 2 today. He's averaging now 133. And right now, so now we have Ballinger up with nobody on and nobody on and 2 outs for the in the top of the 6th inning for the Yankees. The Yankees still haven't scored any runs, and they only have 2 hits. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Another 1-1 for foul ball. The count is 1-1 for Bellinger. He's asking for a timeout. The Yankees had a chance to do some damage, and he was in the 4th inning. Bellinger struck out with runners in scoring position, and now he gets him out. So for the 3rd out of the inning, he flies out to left fielder Randy Arozarena in foul territory to end the inning. The Yankees are down 1-0. And Seattle is batting at the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Naylor, Arozarena, and Garver. Castillo's still pitching. He's still on 6th inning. And he's only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. He's already set 0. And this is his 4th start of the season.
Hey. Welcome.
Naylor is leading off the inning for the Mariners. It's going to be followed by Arozarena and Garver. And if anybody gets on, it's going to be role players. I'm going to be at the bottom of the 6th inning. The first pitch is a swinging strike for Naylor. The count is 0-1. Oh, he's leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Mariners. With the Arozarena due up. Swings at the first pitch for an out. He grounds out second baseman Dastism Jr. It's first baseman Ben Rice for the first out of the inning. Arozarena's up. He has 1 hit today. He had a single earlier today. And he also has a strikeout. First pitch is a call strike right down the middle. There's one out and nobody on base. Second pitch is a call strike right down the middle. The count is 0-2 for Arozarena. Two call strikes right down the middle. Yeah. Bird is pitching for the Yankees right now. Ball away. The count is 1-2 for Arozarena. One out. Bottom of the sixth inning. One out. Count is 1-2. He swings at the fourth pitch of the at-bat for an out. It's a ground out shortstop Jose Caballero to first baseman Ben Rice for the second out of the inning. He's going to be followed by Mitch Garver, the catcher, and he's 0 for 1 today with a walk. First pitch is away for a ball, 1-0. And 1-0 is a count for Garver with 2 outs and nobody on. Second pitch is a ball. The count is 2-0 for Garver. Nobody on. In the bottom of the sixth inning. Third pitch is a ball, 3-0 for Garver. Nobody on. Fourth pitch is a called strike. If he challenges, it's going to be overturned because it's definitely a ball. It's right down. It's below the pitch is low. Let's see if he challenges. He didn't challenge. The count is 3-1. The fifth pitch of the at-bat, it was an error by a throwing an error by third baseman Ryan McMahon, and he reaches first base. So we have an error. The Mariners have runner on first with 2 outs. We have Robles up with runner on first, 2 outs, and bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch is a ball. No. First pitch is inside, 2-0. Two-0. For Robles on first. Robles pops out to first baseman Ben Rice to end the inning. Top of the seventh inning for the Yankees up. We have Rice, Stanton, and Grisham. Rice, Stanton, and Grisham are due up in the top of the seventh inning. Rice, Stanton, and Grisham. No, Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm Jr. are due up in the top of the seventh inning. Rice is 0 for 2 today. No strikeouts. His average is at 200 right now. His OPS is at 572. Stanton is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout. He's hitting 500 with a 1214 OPS. And Diaz is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. He's hitting 154 and he has a 368 OPS right now. The Yankees are down by a run. They have first pitch is inside. It's a ball. 1-0 for Rice. The Yankees are down by a run. The Mariners 1-0. Who will score for today's game. There hasn't been a lot of offense. Second pitch misses inside. Count is 2-0. Third pitch is a foul. The count is 2-1 for Rice. 2-1. There hasn't been a lot of offense today on either side. There's only been one run scored, and it was by the Mariners. Rice is asking for a timeout. The count is 2-1. And he'll be followed by Stanton. Hitting fifth. Burn Wright hits a single on a shotgun ball to right fielder Victor Robles to lead off the inning. Stanton is up. He hit a single earlier today, but he was out at second trying to stretch it into a double. He fouls out on the first pitch. The count is 0-1 for Stanton. Ferrer is the new pitcher for the Mariners right now. Another is a swinging strike on the second pitch. The count is 0-2 for Stanton. Pitches in down and in for a ball. The count is 1-2 for Stanton. 1-2. Stanton running on first and nobody out. On first. Ben Rice goes to second on a wild pitch by Ferrer. Stanton, which reaches on fielding error by Brendan Donovan, playing third baseman Donovan, and Rice remains at second. We have runners on first and second with nobody out for Gas Chisholm Jr. First pitch is a foul ball. He swings, and the count is 0-1 for Jazz, who's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. We have runners on first and second. First and second, nobody out. In the top of the 7th inning for Jazz. Second pitch is a ball. Just misses. The count is 1-1. One and one for Jazz. Third pitch is a foul ball right down the middle. Just missed it. Jazz just missed that one. The count is 1-2, and runners on first and second, and nobody out. Pitch in the dirt. The count is 2-2 for Jazz. Two and two. Stanton is on first base via the error, and another foul ball for Jazz Chisholm. The count is 2-2 for Jazz. Runner on first and second, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning, the Mariners are leading 1-0. Batter's asking for a timeout. Count still at 2-2. Another foul ball. Count still 2-2. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat for Jazz. Top of the 7th inning. Two and two the count for Jazz. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Count 2-2. Jazz grounds out to force out to second baseman Cole Young, to shortstop Leo Rivas, Ben Rice to third, and Stanton to second. Chisholm out at first base, so he was able to move the runner. I'm sorry, Giancarlo was out at second, and Jazz is safe at first. So we have runners at the corners with one out. Rosario is pinch hitting for McMahon. Runners at the corners in the top of the 7th inning. Runners at the corners. Rosario's pinch hitting for McMahon against Fuller. Mariners up by the minimum, 1-0. Okay, so Edward Bozardo is going to be replacing Jose Ferrer for the Mariners. Game still 1-0. The Yanks haven't scored any runs. They have 3 hits and 1 error. The Mariners have 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. We have runners at the corners. We got right at third. We got a on base via the single. And Jazz is on first. He got on base with after grounding out into a fielder's choice. And Stanton was at a second. Still 1-0. 1-0. Mariners Amer Rosario swings at the first pitch for a strike. The count is 0-1. He's pinch hitting for McMahon. Rosario is a pitcher for the Mariners. Runners at the corners. Pitches up and away, 1-1. Runners at the corners. Another foul ball. The count is 1-2 for Amer Rosario. 1 out and runners at the corner. One and two is the count. Runners at the corners and in the top of the 7th inning with 1 out. Amer Rosario out on a sac fly to center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Ben Rice scores and the game is tied 1-1. Okay. Get a bat by Rosario. That's what you want. You want to see productive at bats, and that was a productive at bat, especially with this game being so close now. So now the game is tied. And we have 2 outs. The first pitch to Wells is inside, and it's a ball. 1-0. And is a pitch to Wells. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. The game is tied now. Austin Rowe grounds out softly to third baseman Brandon Donovan, to first baseman Josh Naylor, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Game is tied 1-1. The game is tied 1-1. The Yankees just tied the game with a sac fly by Amer Rosario. Listen. So the game is going to the bottom of the seventh with Rivas, Young, and Donovan due up for the Mariners in the bottom of the seventh inning. Score is 1-1. The Yankees just tied the game now. And let's see how they do now that they have the game side. Will they bring up in the seventh inning to pitch the seventh? And Donovan. 1-1. We have Hedrick pitching for the Yanks. First pitch is away. The count is 0-1. 1-0. 1-0 for Rivas. He's 1 for 2 today. He hit him 200 on the season. First pitch is a ball. 1-0. Second pitch right down the middle. Foul ball. The count is 1-1. Third pitch is the at-bat is a called strike. The count is 1-2 for Rivas. Another call strike, and he strikes out looking. He's 1 for 3 today. Young is up. First pitch is up and in for a ball. 1-0. First pitch is down and away for a called strike. 1-1. Young is 2 for 2 today with an RBI. The only run that the Mariners have scored today. He's 1 for 1. The count is 1-0. He doubles on a line drive to right fielder Aaron Judge, and he's 3 for 3 today. One out and a runner in scoring position for Donovan, who's 0 for 2 today with a walk and a strikeout. A call strike right down the middle for Donovan with 1 out. And a runner on second. Pitches inside, 1-1 for Donovan. Another cross strike right down the middle. The count is 1-2 for Donovan. Runner on second, 1 out. And 2. Donovan singles on a line drive to left fielder Cody Bellinger. Cody Young to third. So we have runners at the corners with 1 out. Cal Riley is pinch hitting for Canzone with runners at the corners and 1 out. Runners at the corners, Hendricks pitching for the Yankees, and Cal Riley's pinch hitting. One and one. You have runners at the corners. First pitch is in the dirt for 1-0. Cal Riley's up. Cal Riley is pinch hitting for Canzone. Score is still 1-1. Down and in the pitch for the ball. Still 2-0. Third pitch is a swinging strike. The count is 2-1 for Riley. In the bottom of the 7th inning, another foul ball. The count is 2-2. Two for Raleigh. Cal Raleigh strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning. We have runners at the corners and 2 outs. Rodriguez up with we have the corners and 2 outs for Riley. I'm sorry, Riley struck out swinging. Now we have Rodriguez hitting with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Runners at the corners, we have 2 outs. The game is still tied, 1-1. This is the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs, and Rodriguez is up. Rodriguez up, runners at the corner. The game is still tied, 1-1. Rodriguez is up. Runners at the corners. Bottom of the seventh inning. The Yankees just made a bullpen change right now, so that's what we're waiting for. Okay, Camilo Doval replaces Ben Hedrick. In the bottom of the seventh inning, 2 outs, runners at first and third, and 2 outs. In the bottom of the seventh inning. Rodriguez is 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. He's hitting 056 in the season with a 246 OPS. Okay, first pitch is a call strike. Been away. Okay, that took a while. Finally back. And the first pitch is straight. 1-0. Runners at the corners. And Julio Rodriguez grounded out to second baseman Gas Chisholm Jr. to first baseman Ben Rice to end the inning. Good job by the Yankees bullpen so far. They haven't allowed any runs so far this season. Even only 4 innings, but we always like to start good. Don't believe the Mariners have had any challenges today. The Yankees have had a few today, and they all got overturned. I like how the Yankees have been using their challenges so far this season. They're not taking the approach that some of the teams are taking. They're being really aggressive. If they think it's a strike, it's a strike. And if they think it's a ball, so they challenge it. Caballero. got a walk today on 2 missed calls. And they were both called strike, and they were overturned to ball. He ended up walking. We have Caballero leading off the inning. And he's going to be followed by Chisholm and Dodge. He's 1 for 1 today with an infield single and a walk, and he's hitting 308 with a 665 OPS. Leading off the top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning for the Yankees. 1 for 1. The Yankees still tied. The Yankees have 3 hits and 1 error. And have 6 hits and 2 errors. The pitch is up and away for a ball for Caballero. And the count is 1-0. Pitch is 1-1 for a ball 1. Pitch inside, 2-0. Foul tip. Count is 2-1. 2-1 for Caballero. He's leading off the inning. He swings the 4th pitch. Count is 2-2. 2-2 the count for Caballero. Nobody on. Another foul ball. The count is still 2-2. 2-2 the count. Caballero. He's leading off the inning. It's 2 for 2. He strikes out. He's called out on strike. For the first, Caballero was called out on strike for the first out of the inning. It will be followed by Grisham. With 1 out. Nobody on. First pitch is a called strike right down the middle. Second pitch is a swinging straight. The count is 0-2 for Grisham. He's 0 for 3 today with a 167 average and a 619 OPS. Third pitch is up and away. The count is 1-2 for the Yanks. With 1 out and nobody on base. Fourth pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-2 for Grisham. He's 0 for 3 today. Two and two the count for Grisham. And he strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning. Judges up. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk and a strikeout, 133. And 721 OPS. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Pitches for call strike right down the middle. Count is 1-1 to Judge. One and one, the count for Judge. Judge singles and ground ball to right fielder Victor Robles. Okay, he's 1 for 3 today with a single. Yeah, Judge is on first with 2 outs, and Bellinger up. Bellinger's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. He's hitting 286 and has an 804 OPS. First pitch is down and away for a ball. 1-0. Bellinger swings at the first pitch for an out. He runs out softly to first baseman Josh Miller for the third out of the inning. Naylor, Arozarena, and Garver are due up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th inning. Camilo Doval will be picking for the Yanks. The game is tied 1-1. The Yankees have 4 hits and 1 error. The Mariners have 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. There hasn't been a lot of offense in this game. The only run allowed by the Yanks today was by Weathers. The Yankees bullpen hasn't allowed a run this so far this season. The only run they allowed against the Giants was by Will Warren in the third game that they pitched in San Francisco. So the bullpen, that was one of the main questions before the season started, has been looking pretty good so far. I know it's only 4 games, so but they're looking pretty good so far. Naylor swings at the first pitch for an out. Runs out shortstop Jose Caballero to first baseman Ben Rice. Arozarena cold strike on the first pitch. That's down the middle. The count is 0-1. He swings at the first pitch for an out. He grounds out sharply to shortstop Jose Caballero to first baseman Ben Rice for the second out of the inning. And we have Garver up with nobody on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitches away for him. For the ball down the way. 1-0. Another pitch down and away. The count is 2-0 for Garver. And then 3-0 for Garver. He walks Garver on 4 pitches. First pitch is a swinging strike for Robles. 2 outs and runner on first via the walk. Second pitch is a ball. The count is 1-1 for Robles. For a runner on first. In the bottom of the 8th inning. Score still 1-1. He swings at the third pitch at the at bat for an out. He grounds out to third baseman Amar Rosario to first baseman Ben Rice to end the inning. The Yankees are up in the top of the 9th. The game is still tied. Let's see if they have a rally in their bones, like Michael Kane says. The game is still tied. There hasn't been a lot of offense, like I said previously. There's only been 1 run on each side and 4 hits for the Yankees, 6 hits for the Mariners. Matt Brash replaces Gavin Case Spear. Game is still tied. Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm Jr. are due. Let's see if they can score any runs in. The only one the Yankees scored was on a sac fly by Amar Rosario. And Ben Rice was running out there with that. First pitch is a ball down and away. Swinging strike, 1-1. Another swinging strike. The count is 1-2 for Ben Rice. He's asking for a timeout. Count is still 1-2. Nobody out. And nobody on base. In the top of the ninth inning. Pitches down in the dirt for a 2-2 count. Pitches outside for a full count. Count is 3-2. Ben Rice, he's 1 for 3 today with a 273 batting average and a 697 OPS. The count is 4 for Rice, nobody on base, and he's out. And the ground out to shortstop Leo Rivas. To first baseman Josh Naylor for the first out of the inning. Stanton is up. Call strike on the first pitch with 1 out. Pitches up and away. 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and 467 average and 1,034 1,134 OPS. Count 1-1 and top of the ninth. Stanton doubles on short line drive to left fielder Randy Arozarena. So he's in scoring position with 1 out for Gas Chisholm Jr. Randall Grichuk is pinch running for Stanton. Who's 2 for 3 today with a single and a double. It's 2 for 4, I'm sorry. It's an inning strike. He has a strikeout. Call strike for Diaz with 1 in scoring position and 1 out. Count is 0-1 in the top of the ninth inning. The Yankees looking to take the lead. Ball in the dirt. The count is 1-1 for Gas Chisholm Jr. With the runner on first, runner on second, and 1 out. Count is 2-1 for Gas, who's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Grichuk replays Stanton in second. We got a double. Jazz is out on the fifth pitch of the at bat, and he runs out softly to second baseman Cole Young, to first baseman Josh Miller. Richard goes third on the play. First pitch is a called strike, up and away for Rosario. Going into the game as a pinch hitter for McMahon inside the game. Second, a swinging strike for the second pitch. Cannon is 0-2. And he strikes out swinging at a pitch in the dirt. The count. The Yankees don't score. And they leave a runner right there. They leave a runner stranded right there. And the Yankees they didn't score the run. And the game's still 1-1, and so the Mariners, if the Mariners win the game, is going to be via the walk-off if they do. Let's see who the Yankees may, sorry, who the Yankees may need to pitch that in. Rivas, Young, and Donovan are due in the bottom of the ninth inning for the Mariners. It's tie game. So if they score the run, it's going to be a walk-off for the Mariners. Seems like this is going into extra innings. Let's see, because play. First pitch is a ball, down and in. Second pitch is a called strike. And he hits a single on a ground ball to right fielder Aaron Judge for Rivas, who's 2 for 4 today. With a strikeout, and he hit 235 in the season with 669 OPS. And he's up. First pitch is a called strike right down the middle. And we have a runner on first. pitches away. Count is 1-1. Runner on first and nobody out. And 1-1 is a count for Young. You have a runner on first. Young swings at the third pitch of the at-bat for now. He flies out to right fielder Aaron Judge for the first out of the inning. There's one out, and they have a runner on first for Donovan. First pitch is down low for a ball. The count is 1-0 for Donovan. Runner on first. And 1 out. Donovan. Donovan hits a single on the ground ball to center fielder Trent Grisham. Rivas moves to third on the play, and the Mariners have runners at the corners. That's 1 out. Running hit the corner with 1 out. And Colorado's up. First pitch is inside for a ball for Cal Riley. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Cal Riley's up. Foul ball. The count is 1-1 for Cal Riley. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He's getting 125. Pitches in the dirt. The count is 2-1 for Riley. No, 2-1 the count for Riley. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Okay, yeah, he gets a goal. He's over. Cal Riley singles on a ground ball to right fielder Aaron Judge. Rivas scores in the circuit. Okay, so the game is over. The Mariners win 2-1. Okay, so game is over. I appreciate you watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Okay, please remember to like, subscribe, and have a blessed, wonderful day. This is Yankees on Fire.